Bonsoir à tous et à toutes et bienvenue dans notre épisode 4 sur Cat is Rain. J'espère que vous allez bien, je vous retrouve pour la suite de nos aventures. On avait retrouvé, la daronne, et aujourd'hui, on va explorer son chez elle. Il y a beaucoup de toiles d'araignée, c'est terrible. Qu'est-ce qu'on a calendrier?
Very lifelike. Contrary to popular belief, I don't believe the owls are more than what they seem.
Par contre, j'ai l'impression que le jeu est légèrement déréglé, braves gens. Mais oui. Hop. Reprenons. Maintenant qu'on a les bonnes voix. Toi?
It's Nathan, Sue's mentally disabled son. What you doing, big fella?
Drawing.
Oh yeah? What are you drawing?
The nice red man.
You mean Santa?
No, the nice red man.
Now, what did I say about raising your voice at strangers?
Sorry, Mama. I'll be nice. The red man is nice.
Don't mind him. He gets so absorbed in his drawings thanks to that wild imagination of his, just like his sister.
Très bien. Écoutez, il est adorable. Bonsoir Emma. Hop. Au passage, oui, braves gens, j'ai oublié de le préciser, mais comme d'habitude, les épisodes sont tournés sur Twitch. N'hésitez pas à venir faire un coucou, tout ça. Hop. Continuons. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on peut fouiller d'autre? Canapé, la daronne, la peinture. Qu'est-ce que c'est là-bas? Les bois.
Elk, by the looks of it. They're fairly common in Conwell Woods.
Ok.
I can smell something cooking.
Nice. On peut s'asseoir sur le canapé. Bah oui.
So, you wanted to ask me about Lilly?
Yeah. Do you mind telling me what happened when my grandfather came to see you?
Well, he knocked on my door a few years after Lilly had passed away. I didn't know Joseph too well myself, but I'd heard of him and the good he'd done for the other people around here. So I let him in. He started asking a bunch of questions about Lilly, like if I was absolutely sure that it was suicide.
And what did you say?
The truth. That she was depressed and had been for a long time. I had no doubts about what happened.
All right. Anything else?
Well, he was weirdly curious about her paintings.
Lilly painted?
Yep, that's one of hers right there on the wall.
I see, it's beautiful. So, in what way was he curious?
He asked if Lilly had painted anything odd or strange. I didn't really get what he was after, but I let him have a look at her work. He spent some time browsing through them, and then he wrote something down on a piece of paper, thanked me, and left.
Huh. Any idea of what he could have seen?
Not really. I had the paintings all lined up. Could have been any of them.
Would you mind showing them to me?
Well, I would if I could, but this is the only one I have left. I sold the rest many years ago to this weirdo art collector.
Il va falloir qu'on trouve le collectionneur d'art. Alors,
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather? How he ended up in a wheelchair?
Stroke, wasn't it? At least that's what I heard.
Not necessarily. There are some divided opinions about it.
Now that I think about it, that whole ordeal happened to him not long after he came here.
How long?
A week, maybe, at the most.
ok. J'aime beaucoup ce personnage, hein. Je sais pas ce que vous en pensez, vous, mais perso, la daronne Myers, bro.
Mind telling me what Lilly was like, Sue?
I'd be happy to. She was Nathan's older sister by 2 years. Lilly was like any girl growing up, normal, happy, talking about school, boys, and whatnot. And she and Nathan were close back then, always playing together in the woods. When Lilly was 10, she started drawing, always doodling on just about anything she could get her hands on. We didn't have much, really, and so she used what she could. Once I even caught her scribbling on toilet paper. On her 12th birthday, we gave Lilly a thick sketchbook with an assortment of pencils. She was ecstatic. That was the happiest I'd ever seen her. From that day, drawing became her life. Eventually, her art teacher at school helped her to get started with oil painting. When Lily was 15, something changed. At first, I thought it was just usual teen angst, but no, this was something different. She started going out, disappearing for long periods of time. She locked herself in when painting. She never used to do that. I tried everything. Counseling, support groups, antidepressants, nothing worked. About a year later, she just gave up. And well, you know the rest.
I'm sorry, Sue. That must have been unimaginable.
Thanks, darling, but it's been a while now. I've learned to live with it.
Moche histoire. Très très moche.
I don't need to ask her about that.
Qui à la base elle peut rien me dire. Du coup, Charles Wade, je pense pas qu'il puisse me dire quoi
Does
que
the
ce
name
soit.
Charles Wade
si.
mean anything to you?
Oh, he's some big-time businessman, ain't he?
Yeah, he owns a large company.
That about sums up what I know about the fella.
Toujours ça de prix.
What do you do to support the two of you?
A little bit of this and that. Got me some cash saved up, too. Nathan helps out when he can.
What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
You could say he didn't quite cope as well as I did with what happened to Lily. He got himself a death wish after what happened to her, started drinking and getting into all sorts of trouble. 5 years left for him in the joint now. Been there for 15.
Man, that must be rough for you.
Oh, we're doing just fine without him, aren't we, Nate?
Mama takes good care of us.
Mama sure does.
Vraiment, l'histoire de famille, elle est glauque as fuck, mais je peux pas m'empêcher d'avoir de la peine pour elle, c'est terrible. Parle-moi des tableaux.
So, tell me about Lily's art.
It used to be about cheerful things, landscapes, animals, bright colors. But as she drifted further into depression, she started painting horrible things, death and decay. And the last few pieces look like something out of a nightmare.
That's awful. Did Lily ever get any recognition for her art?
Not really. Except from the guy I told you about who bought most of her paintings.
De plus en plus suspect. C'est qui ce mec?
Tell me about this art collector person.
Rich, fancy looking, in his 50s or thereabouts. I'd say he'd be around 70 now if he's still alive. He knocked on that door one day with a wad of cash in his hand. $5,000. He wanted everything that Lily so much as touched with a brush.
Huh. Did he say why?
Nope, but I got the feeling that most of that dough was paid so he could avoid any questions. I took the money. I still had Nathan to support.
Did the stranger give you his name?
No. Well, his face was far from forgettable, though. Big nose, bright blue eyes, looked black Irish. He had a thick black mane, turning gray, no beard.
All right, Sue. Thanks.
Je suis prêt à parier que c'est Wade. Genre vraiment, la coïncidence, elle est juste beaucoup trop évidente pour que ce soit pas lui. Après, si c'est pas lui, twist intéressant du jeu.
I think I'm gonna head off now.
Mais sans déconner,
Sure thing, little
ça
cat.
sent vraiment le
Back
coup,
in
c'est Wade.
town.
Après, bon bah voilà, la petite artiste avec ses démons, quoi.
It's an early painting by Lily Myers.
Qu'est-ce qu'on peut récupérer Qu'est-ce qu'on peut récupérer ou qu'est-ce qu'on peut explorer de plus? On peut pas aller sur les côtés.
I can smell something cooking.
Est-ce qu'on a quelque chose qu'on pourrait lui montrer? Notre carnet, on a tout fait. Brochure de l'église. Est-ce qu'on peut lui en parler? Voyons voir, on va tester.
What do you think about this church?
It's a good church. I go there from time to time. I bring Nate, too, when that boy needs the fear of God put into him.
C'est une vision. C'est vrai qu'on est aux États-Unis. C'est assez croyant, quoi. Est-ce qu'on a la suite de l'enquête? Livre de maths, photo sur expo. On peut essayer de lui proposer la photo en vrai.
No reason to show her that.
Ok. Aha!
Hey, Sue, do you recognize any of these men?
Wade, je vous dis.
Well, there's Joseph Rain. Always so handsome. I had such a crush on him back in the day. And... no way. That's him. The man who bought the painting.
C'est Wade.
He's much younger here, but there's no mistaking that hair and nose.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, little cat. That's the guy who walked into this cabin with $5,000 in cash.
That's very helpful, Sue, thanks. Ugh, another question for the elusive Mr. Wade.
C'était sûr. C'était sûr. C'était
It's
sûr,
getting
bravo.
late. I should head back to the city.
Allez, go. On fait ça. Oh, un bacon qui vend du rêve, par contre. Incroyable. Ah, bah c'est notre coloc.
Hey, you're still up.
I was wondering when you'd show up. How did it go?
Long story. I found out about some stuff that happened when I was a kid.
Wow, what a mystery. So what's the plan now?
Ouais, dodo en fait. Quoique. Allez, go.
I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out.
What about this Charles Wade? You still haven't talked to him? And that strange bright picture you showed me? Those tapes? Listen, I know this guy.
Eileen, relax. We can talk about it tomorrow, okay? Oh, it's way too late now.
Ah, il me fait bailler aussi.
Oh, I couldn't possibly sleep now. I'm way too excited.
Well, that makes one of us. Nighty.
Good night, Kat.
Donc c'est la fin du jour 1.
Hey, Kathy, wake up!
Ugh, you are so lucky there are no sharp objects near this bed.
Guess what? I got an idea.
Please tell me it involves you taking a sabbatical.
Haha, so you found all this evidence, right? Pictures, tapes, and stuff?
I guess. Why?
Well, as you know, I have a computer. And I know this hacker guy, Dave, and... Oh, never mind. I'll just write you a note. You go back to sleep.
Seriously, Eileen, sometimes I just marvel at how your brain works.
I know, right?
Je suis pas sûr que ce soit un compliment, mais bon.
Are you sure you want to do this, Katherine? You still
Peut-il?
have time, if you think there's any chance you would change your mind.
I'm sure, Doctor. Just get it out of me. But please, don't tell my mom.
I'm sorry, but we have to do that. It's the law.
Wait. Est-ce que c'est ce que je pense? Parce que si c'est ce que je pense, ce jeu devient de plus en plus dark et c'est terrible parce que je voulais un jeu léger pour la chaîne. Ok, Oui. Oui. D'accord.
It's none of her business. It's my choice to make. I have enough shit going on with her already. This would just add fuel to the fire.
I'm afraid there's nothing I can do.
Fine. Let's just get this over with then.
Right this way.
Ugh,
Jour
I
2,
hate
ok.
that dream. I guess Eileen went to class. I probably should too. Eh.
Ah ouais, c'est bien ce qui me semblait. Oui, mais... Oui, bon bah... J'avais prévu de prendre ce jeu pour changer du cyberpunk, des néons, tout ça, des trucs bien gravitas et tout. Ouah, donc globalement c'est un échec, hein, on va pas se mentir. Hop, fais voir la note.
Hi, Kat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away. My password is Angel Love, without the quotes. If you call my friend Dave at 555-2492, he can set you up with some software. I'll be back in a few hours, super psyched about the investigation. E. P.S. No gum on the keyboard, please. Remember the last time? Oh, please, like she actually uses a spacebar. Shit, looks like she forgot to write down the username. Oh well, shouldn't be too hard to guess. I think it's just some combination of her first and last name.
Ok, mais d'abord ce qu'on va faire c'est appeler son pote. Voilà. parce que c'est bien d'être sur l'ordinateur, mais avoir le logiciel d'abord, c'est mieux. C'est pas ce que je voulais faire. Hop, lire le carnet. La suite.
Something was special about that girl. I just know it.
La suite. Pourquoi il dit pas de... Ok, j'ai pas le droit. Bon, on va se faire l'ordinateur d'abord du coup.
I'm no geek, but I know how to use one.
Allez,
A
go.
computer, that is, not a geek.
Ah! Qu'est-ce que c'est son nom? C'est un truc comme ça, je crois. C'est Eileen, quoi. Attendez. Ah, parce que je vais faire. Est-ce qu'il y a son nom quelque part? Est-ce que j'ai son nom quelque part? Attendez.
Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull.
Ok, alors attendez, je vais écrire le nom parce qu'évidemment je vais jamais m'en souvenir. C'est Eileen. Voilà. Histoire de pas faire de faute. C'est quoi son nom de famille? Pourquoi je me rappelle jamais rien.
Makeup
C'est terrible.
check, hair check, horrible mood and contempt for humanity check. Would you look at that? She's actually human.
Y a pas de...
Honestly, she can believe in what she wants as long as she doesn't try to shove it down my throat.
Mais je veux juste son nom de famille. Je veux juste son nom de famille en fait. Note d'Eileen. Est-ce que je peux faire quelque chose?
That combination makes no sense. Hi, Kat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away. My password is angel love, without the quotes. If you call my friend Dave at 555-2492, he can set you up with some software. Super psyched, blah blah. That missing username is a bit annoying, but I think I can guess it based off her names.
En fait, je suis débile, brave gens. Bah oui. On est en 95. Téléphone portable, ça n'existe pas. En fait, c'est dans l'annuaire. Bah oui. Voilà. Deux. Quand tu veux, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kathy. Eileen said to call you about some software.
Ellie who?
Eileen. Red hair, glasses, speaks so fast her gums ache.
Oh, right. I thought her name was Errol. Figured it was kind of a weird name for a girl.
You must have a hearing disorder.
You must have a thinking disorder.
C'est trash joke. Ok.
Burn.
Wow. Just wow. So,
Ouais, exactement.
software?
Oh, yeah. No, can't. Not really.
Ugh, I knew she was full of shit.
Nah, I mean, sure, I used to be able to get pirated software, but not anymore. There was this misunderstanding and my network privileges were revoked. Me and Clyde, the campus IT guy, don't really see eye to eye.
Donc faut aller chercher
We
Clyde.
play bocce together and let's just say he is one sore loser.
Can't you just hack your way back in somehow? Isn't that what you do?
He blocked the Ethernet port in my room. I don't even have physical access.
Et y a pas de
Don't
wifi
you
à
ever
l'époque.
leave your
C'est vrai.
room? Use a computer in the library or something. Aren't they connected to the network?
No, there are cameras in there. Clyde is just waiting for me to make a move so he can get me expelled.
Fais la paix, bro.
Can't you just patch things up with the guy?
No way. He's such an ass. He even thinks TNG is better than the original series.
He thinks the what is better than the what?
I know, right? Can you believe that guy?
You call yourself a hacker? Just use your brain, for Christ's sake. Let's figure this out.
Wow, you're so sassy, Nancy Drew. Well, okay. Only an admin account can change the access ports. The only way to even theoretically crack one would be if Clyde logged onto a machine to which we have unrestricted physical access. And... Ooh, I got an idea.
I'm not gonna like this.
Well, what you could do is intentionally crash your PC.
That sounds especially stupid.
Well, not crash it, just crash it a little, then call Clyde. Clyde will come over to fix it. If you're lucky, then he'll log onto the network using his admin account. Afterwards, you can use some of my tools to find and crack the password locally.
Worth a shot, I guess. Okay, you can come over and set it up.
No way. I have severe IBS, it just wouldn't work.
IBS? What the hell is that?
You seriously don't want to know. I'll have my buddy drop off everything you need. It's not rocket science. You do what I ask, and I'll get you some juicy software. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
Whatever, weirdo. We'll see.
Ça m'aide pas du tout, j'ai toujours pas son nom. Ok.
I'm fairly sure it's about some guy who falls in love with his golden retriever.
Je sais pas pourquoi ils ont pas traduit Golden Retriever, mais... Ok.
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Help Kathy get in touch with Dave.
Je veux juste le nom de...
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on
Aha!
it with her full name.
Mildred
Eileen
Summers.
Mildred Summers.
Pardon, je le note pour pas l'oublier, hein, parce que je sens que ça va revenir plus tard. Du coup, en combien de temps d'épisode on est? 22 minutes, et bah bref, on va s'arrêter là. Écoutez, si cet épisode vous a plu, évidemment n'hésitez pas à lui laisser un petit pouce bleu et à vous abonner pour pas manquer les prochains, ça me ferait très plaisir. Je vous remercie d'être passé, je vous dis à la prochaine. Ciao!